Hello everyone. Today I'd like to share my experience of the Toba Sanmei pilgrimage in Mie Prefecture. I went to Isawa Shrine, Hikotaki Daimyojin, and Shinmei Shrine. These shrines are famous as three goddesses of Toba. Before I move on, let me briefly explain why I decided to do this pilgrimage. Recently, the empowerment for women and gender equality is considered an important aspect worldwide, and I personally have a goal of becoming an independent person who can decide everything by myself what to do confidently about my career or life choice, just like my mother I admire the most. Since this pilgrimage is related to women and all shrines are dedicated to three goddesses, I thought that it could be a great opportunity to learn the history and experience something new to empower and also improve myself as a person. So, from now on, let's dive into my pilgrimage. I thought that this pilgrimage would take time since the location of each shrines are quite far from each other, and I wanted to experience as much as possible. So I decided to stay in a hotel for one night. I stayed in a hotel called Wako, where I could feel the elegance of the long history of the building. And I could spend a quiet and calm night in an old Japanese-styled room with quite an affordable price. After I spent the night in the hotel, my journey to this pilgrimage had begun in the early morning. The first temple I visited was Isawa Shrine, which is located in Cape Kaburako in Arashima town. Therefore, it is also known as Kaburako-san by local residents. Even though the exact time of creation is unknown, it is said to have more than 1500 years of history. This shrine is also known as matchmaking or said to grant luck in finding love and marriage and marine safety, since these many people came by boat to worship until the beginning of the Showa era. There are four main deities worshipped in this shrine, which are Wakahime no Mikoto, Isawa no Mikoto, Tamahashiraya Hime no Mikoto, and Sayoi Hime no Mikoto. While walking on the path to the Isawa Shrine, I encountered a kind, friendly, and knowledgeable person named Mr. Kobayashi, who guided me. We walked through the rough path together for about 2 hours, and he explained the four main torii gates and important plants and trees along the path in details for me. Additionally, the day I went was the time the shrine was reconstructed, so luckily I was able to see the mirror usually placed inside a main shrine, which is not visible to the public. The most beautiful part of this place was the first torii gate, where I could hear the sound of falling leaves and ocean waves with a breathtaking view with clear ocean and sky. And actually, the way through all three gates was longer than I expected, especially the road to the last torii was the hardest and roughest of all, and a strong wind blew from both the left and right side, even though there were dense trees around. However, the spectacular view and the feeling of accomplishment after reaching the end were priceless. After I departed with him, I went to the second shrine, Hikotaki Daimyojin, also known as Hikotaki-san, located in Kochi town. Also, it is unknown when this was built. However, the festivals were held from the establishment of this village. This shrine is known for helping women's illness and safe childbirth, and the principal object of worship is a white snake. Towards the Hikotaki Daimyojin, there is a very beautiful and quiet forest alongside a clear and transparent river. I enjoy the serene atmosphere and forest bathing without city noises or people talking. After I walked along the river and passed through the torii gate, there is a sacred rope called Shimenawa hanging over the river. I prayed facing upstream the river, which was a unique style of praying since there was no shrine building. After that, since I had some extra time to relax before I head to the next place, and it was also lunchtime, I decided to grab some onigiri next to the river. It's been a while since I was able to eat a meal while listening to the peaceful sounds of nature. After that, I went to the regular house to get shuincho and met a kind elderly lady and chatted with her. And it was a really soothing moment and warmed my heart. Lastly, I went to Shinmei Shrine in Osatsu town, also called as Ishigami-san. Although the exact time is unknown, one of the building tags recalls that it was built in 1609. There are 26 kami enshrined as pillars in the shrine, including Amaterasu Omikami, the goddess Tamayori-hime no Mikoto, also known as Ishigami-san, who was the mother of the Emperor Tenmu, is one of the main deities in this shrine. From ancient times, Ama-san, who were female divers in the Osatsu era, worshipped and prayed for a safe and bountiful catch when they dive into the ocean. Therefore, it is believed that Ishigami-san will grant one wish or request from each woman. Unlike the other two shrines, Shinmei Shrine is located near the city and there are a lot of shops or restaurants operated by Ama-san. Inside the shrine, there is one shrine dedicated for Ishigami-san, so I wrote one wish on a piece of paper and put it in a wishing box. In this area, there are symbols for Ama-san, which is a talisman that protects them from evil called Doman Seiman. This mug was everywhere near the shrine, even in the entrance and souvenir shops. In addition, there was an omikuji that said it is supposedly the second biggest omikuji in Japan. I got curious, so I decided to try it. It was so big and really difficult to take it out, but it was a very fun experience for me. There were many objects that I could feel the long history from ancient time, such as pebbles called sazare ishi and a tree over 300 years old. And also, there is one unique thing about this shrine, that there was a temple inside specifically dedicated to yakushinyorai that occasionally opened as an after-school club for children. Through this pilgrimage, I was able to discover new insights and build very meaningful memories of my life. It was a great experience walking in the forest path towards the shrines, praying and hearing the sounds of birds singing and the river. I had a great moment where I felt at peace. But to add to that, it was also nice that I had met with those people. I really want to appreciate this good connection and go on with them through this journey, and I could learn a very unique concept I've never seen before. Even though I walked more than 20,000 steps and I thought I could be completely exhausted at first, but somehow I felt lighter both mentally and physically after I finished this pilgrimage. And although I've been to several shrines and temples before, because I made a plan and executed just by myself, this pilgrimage was definitely the best experience that I have ever had. From this journey, I learned that being independent not only means doing things just by myself, but it also means accepting and being open-minded by encountering new people and receiving help, knowledge, and new perspectives from them. And also, I could deepen my knowledge by learning the history of each shrine or their region, such as Ama-san culture. And by encountering people and touching their kindness, it inspired me to rethink what I want to be in the future. That is, not only an independent person with confidence, but I also thought I want to be a compassionate person to others, like paying it forward. I'd like to keep these ideas in my mind and make use of these experiences in my life. And also, I will try to do something new or challenge things even if it seems like a difficult thing, because I learned that it will eventually help me grow. And lastly, if you want to experience nature with fewer people, I highly recommend this Toba Sanmenshin pilgrimage. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching my video. Bye.